I was staring down the barrel of a gun in a dark alley, but instead of begging for my life, I did something that made the attacker freeze. I used a psychological trick that shouldn't have worked, but it did. I realized I was going to die the moment the man stepped out of the shadows with a knife. It was 2 a.m. I was walking home from a double shift at the hospital. The street was empty. The air was cold. When he blocked my path, my heart didn't just race, it stopped. He didn't want my purse. He didn't want my phone. His eyes were wide, bloodshot, and full of a terrifying, unstable energy. "Don't move!" he hissed, the blade catching the dim light of a flickering street lamp. My first instinct was to scream. My second was to run. But I'm a psych major, and something deep in my brain clicked into survival mode. I knew that if I acted like a victim, I'd become one. "Actually," I said, my voice surprisingly steady, "I was hoping someone like you would show up." He froze. The knife dipped an inch. "What?" "I've been waiting out here for hours," I continued, taking a step toward him. "I'm so glad you're the one. Do you have any idea how much pressure I've been under? Just do it. Please. End it for me." But that wasn't the worst part. I started crying, not out of fear, but like I was having a mental breakdown. I grabbed his hand, the one holding the knife, and pulled it toward my own chest. "You're a lifesaver. Everyone else was too scared to help me go. Come on, don't be a coward like the rest of them." I thought it was over. I was wrong. He pulled his hand back like I was made of fire. He looked at me with pure, unadulterated confusion. Predators want fear. They want power. They don't want to be an accomplice to someone else's dark fantasy. "You're crazy," he muttered, backing away. "Wait," I shouted, reaching out for him. "Don't leave. You promised. Come back and finish this." What happened next broke me. He turned and bolted. He ran down that alley like I was the one chasing him with a weapon. I stood there, shaking, the adrenaline finally crashing through my system. I wasn't a victim. I was the person who was too much for a common criminal to handle. I didn't call the police until I was safely behind my locked apartment door. When the officer arrived, I told him what happened. He stared at me for a long time. "You're lucky," he said. "Most people would have just panicked." "I did panic," I replied. "I just made sure he panicked more. He came looking for a victim, but I gave him a nightmare he couldn't handle, and that's why I'm still here to tell the story." Have you ever used a psychological trick to get out of a scary situation? Tell me your story in the comments and subscribe for more.